Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a good start to the week. We have a busy week ahead with NVIDIA earnings and Marvel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made roughly 70,000 on the day. So here is the account of roughly 70,000. I lost a significant amount on Amazon. I tried a few positions on it. Wasn't able to get a good gauge on it, but nonetheless, I still walked away green. Played at some AAOI and Apple. So very, very nice move. I won't be covering those trades, just mainly the breadwinner. So going into the weekend, pretty much my bias was one, if you guys haven't been updated with the crypto names, crypto's back in the picture. If you look up Bitcoin, pretty much ever since Bitcoin recovered briefly from the 65,000 mark, the market has started to keep an eye on Bitcoin. The reason being, because in the past, when Bitcoin has rallied the way it has been, at least in this scenario, the recent news, we have seen price rallied even higher or near to all-time highs. So it's why people are starting to pay attention to it. Here we had 67,000, which was a wall we couldn't break above. We got above it. You guys can clearly see that. And now we pretty much have sustained value above here, above equilibrium. So, kind of going forward, and sorry, this looks a little messy because I have my indicators here. Going forward, I'd like to see if we hold 83, but realistically is taking out these swing lows that have been key resistances. Those are going to be key for Bitcoin. And so that's what I'm going to be watching going forward. And that's kind of what's been driving a lot of the market shift is, okay, crypto's starting to rally again. There was optimism with Trump and also Brad from XRP, who they had in the meeting at the old office, and Trump kind of emphasized that he's trying to push crypto again, so that added some momentum as well. So also, if you keep in mind, crypto has really been out of the picture. Most people have taken it off their watch list, so when this comes out, you see something like this, people start looking like, oh shit, let's buy into this. People start chasing, things like that, right? So when you see something like that, I typically like to look at the sectors that are more than likely to have a rotation, right? In this case, DRAM. DRAM is an ETF that went public this year, holds a lot of memory names, STX, SanDisk, and vice versa, SK Hynix. And, the thesis was pretty simple, also by technicals, is if we're seeing this outflow and shifting to crypto, that usually results in software being strong, IGV names. And today we somewhat kind of got that. It was somewhat flat, at least this couple of days has been flat. So it's somewhat held, but really a lot of the momentum was really on crypto names. So MSTR, you could have rallied that to 128, right? Of course, Robinhood was also a good one intraday, then giving it back. You guys can see kind of faded towards the close. Of course, same thing with Circle. So kind of understanding the bigger picture and where things are going, and that really helped a lot with putting my trade on Micron, right? And I know I haven't really covered the trade, but so kind of that ties back to why I shorted it. Was one, we stalled out off this 990 area on Micron. We failed to find any bidding above here. Also, we were below VWAP into the close, so kind of when I see that and we're already above the EMA, I like to kind of short that. So I was kind of adding progressively here. And of course, we got the gap down to 929, right? I sold around these like 924s area. I didn't hold the entire move. Unfortunately, it would have been nice. But my plan was to stick to like the 930s, target that and get out of it, right? And we kind of got more than that. So that was kind of my thesis and my trade on Micron and why I kind of shorted it. It was a simple trade macro picture, seeing a rotation across crypto to IGV names as well, and also the treasury yields, the pressure that's being applied into the treasuries and the 10-year yield, right? TNX CGI here, you can look, it's been rising, and then there was news this morning that they're looking to buy to provide more liquidity, so things like that, because it affects, the 10-year yield, guys, affects future valuations of companies. So when you see that, price becomes more, it affects future cash flows of company earnings, specifically tech. So hope this helps you guys out. Let me know if you have any questions. Once again, here's my P&L, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.